Most business owners think they have a strategy, but what they really have is just a set of goals. Today on Blown Business, we need to talk about this because I really want to see you win after this intro. So, like I said, most business owners think they have a strategy. They have a set of goals and they're chasing these goals. They have no plan. There's no methodology to the madness. So let's start off with one. What is most important here is live chats open? Yes, rock and roll. What is a strategy? Okay, great question. I'm really glad you asked. A strategy is how you reach a point B, a destination from point A, which is your present reality. We're going to take a pyramid, we're going to turn it upside down. Okay? You want to get to the top. You're at the bottom. We need to build the bricks at the bottom first. A strategy tells you what bricks you need at the bottom, what bricks go on top of them, and so on and so on. Because if there is no method, there is only madness. There is no method to your madness. And you can't profit that way. All right. So the purpose of this blog, the purpose of this podcast, whatever you call it, the time we have together every Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, the purpose of this is to help you understand how to increase revenue, production in your business. Okay. Nothing else matters. Every company in the last 12 months has tightened the belt. They're getting lean. All dog and pony shows over. All mediocre employees who were there because their dad plays golf with the CEO, gone. What's left? You and me. We're still here because there is a plan in place. How do you build a plan? Well, step one is understand your reality. I need you to fully and clearly understand where you are right now, okay? What resources you have, what skill sets you are strong at, what weaknesses you have that you need to check. We don't have millions of dollars to throw at fixing our weaknesses. If your weaknesses are you, if the weakness is your mindset, I suggest reading Carol Dweck. I suggest getting a therapist, and not one of these, hey girlfriend, how you doing therapists, but a therapist who is going to challenge you to do the work, to be accountable, because guess what? At the end of the day, it's all on you. If the team wins, yay, the team won. A client of mine said this recently, fast becoming a good friend. She said, when the team wins, the team won. I sit back, I take a nap, I have some ice cream. But when the team loses, I lose. I own that. Why? Because that's where the buck stops. The buck stops at the person signing the paychecks. Okay? So let's really understand here, all right, what a strategy is. I want you to understand that what you want to do needs a crystal clear method, step by step, milestone by milestone, for how you get to doing it. And I want you under promising. I want you over delivering, because this is going to differentiate you in this market. Everybody is promising more than they can deliver. They've never closed a deal in their life. They've never raised capital. And they're telling you how to pitch. Bull, poop, poop. working. I didn't want to say shit. Bull poop. Okay? You can't afford that. All right? A real strategy looks like, one, a clear position. Position A, who you are, where you are, etc. A clear position, where you're trying to get to. Now, what you're going to find, I want to warn you ahead of time before this happens, and you're like, oh, Rich doesn't know what he's talking about. I hate Rich. That bald bastard, bald-headed bastard. Go to hell. What's going to happen when you begin to move from point A towards point B, towards goal, you're going to realize that the idealistic perspective you had of what needed to happen first, second, third, fourth, and fifth to get you to goal is going to change a bit. Okay. We adjust the roadmap. We adjust the strategy so that we still get to goal. We do not abandon goal. We do not abandon goal. Okay? Never. The goal is the same. The path, you got knocked off your bicycle. Guess what? Get the hell back up. Get back on the bike and let's go. It's really important. It's more important than you'll ever know for you to be clear on point A and point B, because the roadmap to getting there isn't complicated. It's covered in muck, your feelings, people's feelings, thoughts, all the what ifs. Well, I'm going to tell you in your what ifs something. What ifs don't pay bills unless they're the what if it works. What if there's another way? What if there's a better way? All right? Origami. Origami is the art of paper craftsmanship. How do you fold a piece of paper into a pterodactyl? Listen, I'm not taking any classes, but I want you to learn the lesson from that of there's always a better way. And you're never going to learn it reading books and sitting on the sideline. Okay? So, one, clear starting position, a clear end position, right? What are you willing to give up? Number two, what are you willing to give up? What are the trade-offs? What are you willing to go without in order to get to goal? I had a client in DC. We won them a $6 million contract. They turned around 1 week later after winning the contract. We got the bonding in place. We got the line of credit in place. 1 week after winning the contract, these two gentlemen, I'm being kind, these two gentlemen turned around and bought matching S550 Mercedes. I said bought. They did not lease them. They bought them. If you know anything about government contracting, the barriers and why this is the most illogical thing that I've ever seen, the government pays typically net 120. So you're not going to see your first check for 4 months. That's why getting you bonded and getting a line of credit in place for you is step one once we know we're going to win the contract, right? These are things that need to be in place when they're doing the interviews with you, the contracting officer, right? But you might not be a government contractor. The lesson here is, will you trade off this lifestyle you're pursuing, the real reason why you started the business, because you wanted to be a baller? Will you forego that to build a business that is self-sustaining and in a position to scale up? Because I will promise you, if you're going after venture funding, if you're going after Series A funding, no one wants to see you write yourself in at $250,000 a year salary. while you say you want to build a business, right? At $10,000 a month, if the idea is great, I've seen investors say, yeah, I get it. It's kind of the cost of living in America right now. But above that, you're not looking too smart. More importantly, you're not looking like someone who actually is passionate about the business you're building. You are clearly more passionate about the lifestyle you want to live. And that is a massive red flag. Okay? So, 1, understand where you are and understand exactly where you're trying to go, right? I want you reading everything you can. I want you digesting everything you can in your spare time. Spare time for family and friends and BSing around, you have none of it. You have none of it. I promise you, word to mother, you have none of it. It's gone, right? You can't BS anymore. That doesn't mean don't have fun. But you have to change your mindset to a growth mindset. And a growth mindset has fun when a milestone is achieved. A growth mindset sits down to relax with their favorite ice cream when a milestone is achieved. And when a goal is reached, the growth mindset does not party. The growth mindset debriefs. Just like you would debrief if you took a loss. So step 1 is understanding where you are and where you're going. But the mindset that will get you there is more important than I can ever express to you. Please understand this. If you're going to have a strategy and not just a bunch of goals that sound real nice while you're having a beer with your friends, bullshitter, then you have to get real. Understand point A, understand point B, and don't deviate. The path to point B might deviate, might change. Maybe you have to take 2 lefts, right? And then bust a U-turn on that street because this street is blocked off. They're doing construction. Be adaptable, sure, but do not be self-defeated. 2, trade-offs. You're going to eat humble pie. You're going to love it. There is a tendency to love everything sweet and everything savory. But I'm going to tell you that there is nothing more impactful for your goals than the willingness to tighten up that belt. Huh? Ooh, suck it in. Tighten it up. And get serious. Lean in. Not to the self of self-defecation and self-mutilation. We don't want that. But come on. You're building a company that will live beyond you or get you to exit. You're not building a company so you have more money to party in Dubai. Party in Dubai when you sell the company. Please. All right? NetJets is actually running a special right now. When you sell the company, get a membership for 6 months and just see the world through a different set of eyes, the eyes of someone who's wealthy. And seeing the world that way is going to really put in perspective your next move. Because seeing the world and tasting and feeling and learning different cultures just cracks open different segments of your brain to allow you to enjoy different segments of reality. All right? 3, create alignment. Your organization should be lean, yes, but your resources, your people, and your goals all need to be sailing in the same direction. There is nothing more beautiful than an organization that has visionary, passionate leaders and a genius Ashley running operations. You need someone who's smart, who's willing to roll their sleeves up, who's willing to get a little dirt under their fingernails. I hope my daughter's not watching this. She's like, I would never. I know, baby, you don't have to. Listen, understanding that everything you have, every relationship, every relationship, and your resources and your technology, listen, everything you have needs to be built in such a way that it moves you towards goal. If that goal is helping people, if that goal is having an impact, if you're clear on what's unique or different or special about what you do or how you do it, then everything needs to be helping you take that to market to serve more people. Okay? Listen, what matters is, and I can't stress this enough, what matters is you helping everyone you come in contact with. But if it's just you being moral or altruistic, okay, make it a part of your plan. Build a business around yourself with a strategy to succeed so you get to be the nice person that you really are. The world wants both. The world wants that awesome offering you have. And, quite frankly, if they get a nice person to work with while they're doing it, while they're getting it, it's a cherry on top. I'm Rich Laster with GrowExpand.com. For more on how I can help you, visit GrowExpand.com. To contact me or to connect, follow, like, subscribe here. Jump in the comments. I want your feedback. I want your questions. I will answer them if you weren't live with us right now. Thank you for your time, and enough of me.
A bit about our company. We produce strategies and deploy experts to grow your business revenue. The success of our clients is a direct result of the 25+ years of sales and marketing experience of our founder, Rich Laster. We take the guesswork out of increasing your revenue. Our reputation is built on results, not another roll of the dice with your marketing budget. Visit GrowExpand.com to learn how.